The other thing, very important, is try not to consume any caffeine. Even if you're very tired and you really feel like you need it, gosh, you're going to run into problems, because when you consume the caffeine, it affects you quite quickly. So then, once that caffeine runs through your body, it's going to get into your milk, and once the baby drinks your milk, it's going to be in that baby's body, the caffeine. So when you're already, done with your caffeine rush and feeling tired, your baby's just going to be getting that caffeine in them, and they're going to be wide awake when you're so tired. So please be aware of that as well. You really need to also let the baby's intuition guide them, and try not to stop it. When Rosanna turned 1, when I was breastfeeding her, I noticed that she was reaching for the other breast. And so I just let her do what came natural to her, and let her do what she wanted to do. And what I realized was she is reaching and touching my other breast, which she still does today, because that helps with milk letdown. The more stimulation your breasts get, the you let your milk down releases. Because we have in our pituitary gland in our brain, we have the hormone oxytocin. And what oxytocin does is help release your milk out of your body. So that's what she was doing, is helping release the milk out of me. And it's the same with cows. I guess that's kind of how I figured that out, because I've never read anywhere, or nobody's ever told me that. So I hope that you let your child do what their intuition is telling them to do, okay? The other important thing is to rest when your baby is resting. I know it sounds so easy, but when you have a lot of busy things to do during the day, it's hard to leave your baby resting there and rest with them. You always feel like, I need to go do this and that and this and that while my baby's resting. But really, if you want to be healthy and have your breastfeeding going well, you need to take time to rest, and the best time to do it is when your baby is resting as well. And eating healthy and drinking enough fluids helps you produce enough milk. And not to worry, you'll know your baby's getting enough nourishment when they are happy and content. A lot of times moms are worried, well, geez, I don't know if my baby's getting enough milk. I never worried once, because my baby was so happy that I knew she was getting enough nourishment. You can tell if they're happy. You know that they're getting fed enough. So to continue with what I'd like to teach you, the next subject is about co-sleeping. Now, I knew I did not want to have my baby in a crib. So this is what I did. Nobody told me how to do this. I never read anywhere how to do this. I just used my common sense to figure out a situation that makes my household happy. So here's what I did. First of all, I took my mattress off of my bed, and I did not use my box spring or my frame. And I put the mattress on the floor in my room, up against the wall, or you can put it in the corner. Either way. When the baby's very, very little and can't move yet, just up against the wall is fine. But as my baby grew, I decided to put the bed in the corner, so her head and the side is both protected for her. So, and you have to have a queen or king size bed if you are sleeping with your partner, because there's just not going to be enough space if you only have a full size bed. So you got to have a queen or king size. Second is so the bed is up against the wall. So the baby goes first against the wall, then the mom, then the dad. That's what I did. So then during the night when the baby's hungry, you simply roll over and can breastfeed so conveniently and so happy. Rosanna will feed every 4 hours about. She would wake up to eat and still does now. And when she was very young, you have to make sure you check that diaper during the night. If it's wet or poopy, change it, because then they will not get diaper rash. And every time she had a poopy diaper, especially when she was so little, they have so many more poopy diapers than when they get older. I always used the baby wipes to clean her very good when she had a poopy diaper, but anytime she just had pee, I didn't use baby wipes. I just let her butt air out just a little bit, put the diaper on, and everybody's back to sleep in seconds. The third point is gotta have a dark room, in my opinion, because then you sleep so well when it's dark and quiet. And what I did was simply bought some contractor black garbage bags. They're real thick, and so they make it perfect to create a very dark environment. So I covered my window with those. You can put them under the curtains so nobody even sees them if you feel more comfortable with that. But you can easily tape them or tack them to your wall. That helped a lot, because then my child could sleep any hour, or in the mornings when it was light out, my child would still be sleeping. She'll sleep 12 hours in a row. And during nap time, could always sleep so bright in a dark room. And also be aware of, if you have an alarm clock, to make sure you cover it with a dark fabric, like an old black t-shirt or something. Don't use the plastic, because when your child can get bigger, you don't want to have the plastic there, but that's important too. The other real important thing I found was don't wake your baby or young child when they're sleeping. Let them sleep. They will wake up on their own when they're hungry or need something. But really try to maintain a balance in your life where in the morning your child can sleep until they feel rested. And same with nap time. Try not to don't wake them up. Let them sleep. Rosanna has been so happy because of that. So I really encourage you to be aware of that, okay? And also with the issue, I'm sure you're thinking too, of the intimacy when your child is in bed sleeping with you. But we never ever have a problem. The child will be sleeping on one side of the bed, and so we can be intimate with each other after the child falls asleep. And sometimes, and too, in your house, if you feel more comfortable, if you have more than one bedroom, you can also go into another room. And you know your baby will be safe because they're laying on the mattress. They can't, it's not high off the floor. You can also have a walkie-talkie system if you're intimate in the other bedroom, so you feel more secure. But we never have a problem with our intimacy with our child sleeping with us. So I realize you really need to have a good support system around you, and have your family and friends and your life partner all encouraging you to be the best mom you can be. So I want to make sure that you choose to do the things that are most natural to us human beings. And also, I really encourage you so deeply from my energy, I want you to really try to breastfeed your baby as long as you can, like 3 or 4 years. So if you can really try not to be so busy in those moments in your life, will allow you the energy and time and love to be able to experience that moment. And I know you have to space your kids out more if you choose to have more children, because you need time to breastfeed them. I know a lot of people, and doctors especially, don't encourage breastfeeding for more than 2 years maximum. Well, I don't believe that that is what is most natural. So I really encourage you to open your mind up to a different level of understanding. Okay, because I know you're listening to this message, so we can change the world, and it has to start when the little tiny babies are born. And I realize in our busy, hectic lifestyles, we have a lot of distractions from the cell phones, computer, TV. And what I've found is the less distractions you have, the more beautiful moments you experience playing with your child. It is a wonderful space to be in, and I thank the universe every day for my experiences, and because I'm really happy because of them. So the other quick topic I wanted to touch on before we leave is just traveling in general with your child. When you choose to breastfeed, it's so convenient. It really is. Anytime I was out in a store and I had to breastfeed, I would simply either go into the bathroom and sit on the toilet and breastfeed them, which I wish bathrooms would have a nice stall with a nice chair to sit and breastfeed. Can you imagine? Or have the world change and let us moms breastfeed in public without feeling so crazy. I mean, it's crazy how we think, because it's not natural. But anyway, so in traveling with your baby, it makes everything very convenient. And when you, especially when you're flying on an airplane, I just quickly want to say that you can breastfeed when the plane is taking off and when the plane is landing. And I've done that many times with Rosanna and have had a wonderful experience. The air pressure doesn't bother her ears or anything, so please remember that if you're ever flying, okay? So in conclusion, I just want to quickly tell you about the products I really was glad I had. Number one is the Dunstan Baby Language Program. You can check it out at dunstanbaby.com. Helps you listen to the sounds your baby makes before they start crying, so that you can determine what is wrong with your child and help them as fast as possible so they are happy and you are happy. The second one is I got my water birth tub at mywaterbirth.com. Great website full of a lot of useful products. Third thing is I use the Ergo Baby backpack. You can go to ergobaby.com. That backpack is incredible. I think every mother on the planet should have one. You can put your newborn in it and up to 40 pounds. I still use it with Rosanna. You can take them to the grocery store so easy. You can wear it in the front or in the back. Many times when I had her in the front, I would be breastfeeding her at the same time. You can walk along the ocean with it, take it hiking. You can clean your house and have your baby in the backpack. They feel like a little monkey, so safe and secure with you holding them in the backpack. And that product is incredible. Thank you, Ergo Baby. And the last one I super love is on my bicycle. I have it with, you can go to weride.com, and it's a baby carrier for in the center of your bike, so it goes between the handlebars and the seat, right in the center, and your baby can sit there and enjoy a super fun bike ride with you. And Rosanna and I do that very frequently. So those products I highly recommend to you. And I know you're going to be a super mommy, and I hope that these ideas have helped create an environment for you that is happy. Thank you!